All right, let's do Divine Feminine Energy update. What do we got? Back off with the voodoo card. Again, trying to get used to daytime stuff here. So, I feel like anybody that's been, 22 too, anybody that's been attacking you, anybody that's been causing drama, anybody that may have been doing some magic or things to be like a masquerade. Last night I did a cord cutting for somebody. I have these available on my Etsy, and this was what was going on, and masquerade came through in the wax reading. Safe, and release her from this toxicity. Help her to know, help her to grow, help her to see the truth of these things. The love that he has not been true. Cutting the cords to move on, brand new. Filling her up with unconditional love. Wave your sword of light and cut those cords. You have loved stronger than him. And this is harder for you than it is for him. Because for him it is manipulation. For him it is lies. Look at what you've done to yourself. He ended up going out and then back on. Allow her to give birth to the right connections. Allow her to know that she is strong, she is powerful. There is nothing that can stop her. Yes, yes. He went out. Allow her to feel the strength inside. Allow her to grow. Allow her to rise. Allow her to continue to go forward. Yes, she is of light. She has everything inside that she needs at this time. Continue to heal. Continue to rise. Continue to move forward without this toxic divide. Michael. Oh, no. Continue to help us now. Continue to help us to grow. Yes, continue to help. He's fighting. He's trying. He's trying to relight. He's trying to harm you all of the time. Bring that pillar of light down to the root. Give her the safety, the security, the strength that she needs to no longer be influenced by these things. Help her to feel stronger. Help her to feel everything that she needs right now. Help her to know that she is loved, she is strong, and she can let this go. Wave your sword of light again at this time to sever this connection, to sever this at this time right now. Cut it, release it, harmonize it. Burn him up into that light. No longer allowing for her to give all of this. Take him down to the same size and release them from each other's lives. There is nothing that he can give to you more. He has harmed you time and time again. He has pretended to be someone that he is not. He is karmic, he is toxic, and he is not of the love. There's 3 flames here, and he has done this to others, and he will do it again. He is not of the truth, and he is not for you. There is someone out there who will love you unconditionally. There is someone out there who will not manipulate and harm you. He is fighting very strongly because he does not want to let go. He feels like you belong to him in this world. There's black within his, and it looks like a mask, like a masquerade mask, because that's what he does. He lies, he cheats, he denies, and he thinks that it's funny. He gets a kick of it. She was the last one standing at the end of this, so it was a successful on her end of cutting, but she'll need to remain strong to not allow this person back in. His looked like the fucking depths of hell. Okay, this is glamour, intrigue, drama. Also, I feel like in terms of what's going on in our society, like there's a lot of distractions. There's a lot of bullshit out there that's not actually truth. And it's truth, but it's keeping us from looking at other things, like distracting us from the truth of other stuff that's a little bit more important or a little bit more significant in terms of like our day-to-day life. Like, yeah, Diddy doing what he did is kind of fucked up, but he's been doing it, and like a lot of us have been knowing about it, but other stuff is going on behind the scenes, and I feel like basically we're being called to back off from the drama, back off from the bullshit, back off from the people who are attacking us, and then looking at the signs that are already with us. Okay, so Divine Feminine 14 and 4, 414, these are signs about our foundation. We need to be paying attention to our foundation and backing off from the distractions and the bullshits. Don't let the distractions get to you. Don't let see them, but don't let them deter you from the truth of actual what's going on. And there may be a lot of like stuff going on at this time. You may be noticing an increase in like monitoring spirits or people who are just not of the right vibe trying to mess with you or trying to influence you, and you may not even be aware of it, but you might kind of sense it. You may not know exactly where it's coming from, and I feel like this is just a time where it may be increased, like these things are happening, especially as we get closer to election and stuff. You're going to start seeing a lot of weird shit. Fairy of the Divine Hand, intoxication, distorted view, overindulgence, and it's a number 2, so now we got 222, 414. Pay attention, because the signs are already with you. Don't get overindulged into the distractions. Don't get overindulged into the bullshit. Don't let the things out there get you too far away from where you should be, okay? Like, we need to be mindful at this time and protect ourselves at this time. And oh my goodness, 20 motherfucking 24 414-222-24 Lantern Fairy, a clear solution. We need to be like looking for the clear solutions within stuff and not letting these other things that are out here keep us from seeing the clear solutions. And remember that what goes around comes around, right? So we don't always have to be put into these places that we don't belong. Like we can just remember that the fate is out there. As long as we are doing what we're supposed to be doing, focused on what we're supposed to be focused on, and not getting all distracted and discombobulated, or letting our guards down where we know we should have them up. It's time to be brave. And this is number 20, so we got some more 2s coming through. It's time to be brave and to stand strong in our conviction, and know that things are shifting and that it's time to be paying attention. Yeah, so the storm angel too, and we've had all these storms going on, and they have like weird things going around in the energy. It's kind of like the Lahaina stuff, like, and there's so many people out there who do not believe in that. They're like, oh, you're crazy, they can't control. Yes, they can. They've been able to for fucking, like, it was patented in the 70s, but that does not mean that it was only created in the 70s. They've been doing this shit for fucking years. For decades they've been doing shit. When they want something, they get it. And it's like when people's intuition riles up and people are starting to pay attention, like, that seems awfully weird, seems awfully funny that this storm went and did this exact thing that's like kind of weird, and it's attacking these certain places that the resources that are there are no good to them unless they do something like this, because the land becomes much cheaper. And oh sure, we just home a bunch of people, no fucking problem, whatever, not a big deal. It is 4:22 on the clock, as I said, that the storms are there. A collision of beliefs is here, because there's people out there so fucking indoctrinated and so stupid to believe, oh, they wouldn't do that. How much more shit do you need to see them do? How much more shit do we need to see be allowed in our country to be like, oh, boo, okay? U.S. is the only place that's like eating certain foods, doing certain things, that other places are like, no, we're not gonna feed that to our people. No, we're gonna detox from this shit. No. And like the doctors around here, I read a comment from a woman the other day. She went to the doctor and asked about like getting detox from parasites and shit, and the doctor laughed in her face and told her she was fucking crazy. But the people out there that actually detox, like, that's how I started walking again. That's how the fucking holes on my feet closed up again. We're not crazy to detox ourselves from the shit that they've been putting into our food, but the doctors are indoctrinated into the shit too. Attitudes and energies, the styles, the collision of beliefs, a lot of this stuff is going to be coming up. Stay strong and don't let people dissuade you, or don't let people make you feel like you're crazy for realizing it, for knowing that the red dye is causing kids to be crazy, causing us to get cancer, causing us to be sick. And that's just one of the many things that are being fed to us and given to us. All the shit that's sprayed all around us. Like, I watched my motherfucking die from the shit that Monsanto did. Just whatever. He just paid people off and changed his company's name to Bayer, and now they still do it. They still do it. And then when people come forward because they're sick and dying, they pay them off, or they pay their families off, because those people are dead now. Like, my mother's life was worth more than $120,000. But yeah, it's time for change, okay? And it's time. Now it's time for the progression, and things are changing, okay? Old beliefs, old perspectives, old ways of being are no longer going to be there. And then we have a tempting offer has a high price. So be mindful too of what you're dealing with and who's coming into your reality and what they're offering you, because you need to be clearing stuff out. I took my steamer the other day and I steamed everything. I was steaming the light socket, like the thing on there, so get nice and clean. I steamed my whole fucking AC. I steamed my walls. I steamed this. I steamed that. I was steaming like a mad woman and clearing out stuff, taking pictures of stuff that I'm no longer keeping, and we need to do that at this time. We need to keep getting ourselves cleared and cleansed and helping to do so, okay? So Divine Feminine, keep your space clean, keep your energy clean, keep your mind clean, and then remember, you are not a victim, all right? This came through with the energy for the whole month. If you start to feel victimized, or you see things that are kind of like, oh my goodness, just remember, you're not a victim. You may have been a victim of something, but you don't have to remain a victim of it.
it's up to us to remain in that energy of everything's bad and I'm cast away and oh no, I'm in the depths of feeling abandoned. No, like we can pull ourselves out of there. We're only abandoned if we perceive ourselves to be abandoned. And be a mentor. That's how this world works. Like, that's why we get the maiden, the crone, you know? Like the maiden, the mother, the crone. It goes in a process. Nobody is ever done healing, and nobody is ever done rising, and nobody ever is done learning. So continue to learn and continue to grow and continue to teach what you learn on the way, because when you teach, you master what you've learned. Those bad things. Quetzalcoatl and the Priestess of Time, it says the time has come, the time is to act now. So Quetzalcoatl, he's connected into the Moon Key, he's connected to like our third eye and seeing. I feel like it is a time to take action. It is a time to reconsider your alliances and to reconsider and make new connections with people who are going to be serving you and helping you and getting you to move forward. And then it says heed wise counsel and listen. So listen to the counsel that's coming in from the divine. Listen to the messages that your soul is speaking to you. And then you need some space in a relationship with Beauty in the Beast. So again, if you're really missing something that is hurting you, you may need that space from that so that it doesn't continue to hurt you. If there's somebody out there that's not ready or available to love you in the way that you desire, then taking space from that is what's best for you so that you don't continue to get hurt. And sometimes those people that we're talking about, right? Like I've said this in readings, I'm like, I feel like this person doesn't want to be near you because they don't want to hurt you. They know that they're a mess. They know that they're not capable of giving you what you deserve. So they're actually being responsible by separating themselves from you, but you sit there sad about it. Be happy that you're not going to be like we can't control what's going on with them. We can't make them be better versions of themselves. We can't make them decide to commit and love and not cheat and not ghost and do all those things. But we can accept that that's who they are, and they're not capable of giving back to us right now what we truly desire and want. So it's best to take space from that so we don't continue to get hurt. And again, this is part of my Patreon. If you want to see the fullness of this reading, the Patreon level tier is $5.55. You get to see all of the readings that I put in there throughout the month. This is the Divine Feminine Twin Flame Tuesday reading. I did the Divine Masculine. We have Freaky Friday coming up tomorrow. We have Starseed Saturdays. We have Wisdom Wednesdays. We have all different ones that come throughout the month. And there's already been 2 months worth of readings that you can check out in there and see the fullness of them. These are just little previews for you guys to get an idea of what's in there, and there's other tiers too. So if you're like, I really want to do the activations and I really want to receive more, those are in there for $11.11 a month. If you wanted to come to the lives and get live readings with me in a small group of people where you're guaranteed my energy and attention, you can join the $22 tier and it goes up from there. If you'd like to book a reading or a cord cutting or another type of service with me, there's many available on my website as well as on Etsy, and more going to be getting transferred over to Etsy as the months go on. Also, right now I'm in the midst of teaching Reiki 2 on the Divine Essentials YouTube channel. I already did Reiki 1, where you can go do the whole process of Reiki 1 and get the attunement for Reiki 1 for free. If you want me to make you a certificate that says you're a Reiki 1 certified healer, you make any denomination donation to me and I will make you your own certificate for that level 1. Some people have sent me small donations and some people have sent me larger donations. It's been like between like $5 and $30. Some people did bigger, but that's just to get them into that energy of self-healing and being able to do things and have better energy exchanges and be, you know, mindful of their own energy and manifestation and all of that. But with Reiki 2, I'm going to be doing it a little bit differently just to keep the energies balanced. I'm teaching everything on the channel. I'm going to show you everything that you can learn all the teachings with, but when it gets to the time to get the attunement and the certificate, it's going to be listed on my Etsy shop, and you'll get the attunement and the certificate in the listing for that on the Etsy shop, and it's going to be extremely discounted. It's going to be like $30 as opposed to like $200 if you were to come do it with me in person. And when you get that through the Etsy shop, there'll be a template for you to add your name and your date of your completion, so you'll have your certificate right then and there. You won't need me to make it for you, and you'll have your attunement as a Reiki 2 healer to go start doing long distance healing with other people, and to past events, to past traumas, or to future things you have coming up that you're nervous about. You can send that healing through time and space. You learn the different symbols that are in there.
But that is coming very soon. You can already go listen to the first part of Reiki 2, and then the rest of it will be coming very soon. I've just been very busy with things like the cord cuttings and the private readings and keeping up with Patreon and the website and, you know, running all of my other things that I've got: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, you know, all of that. But if you're interested, they're there. Thank you very much. In Mune, namaste.